So I wanted to flip through this one for ages and ages and ages, but I've been trying to work out how to do it because it's quite a big book, big physical book, so I need to get it all in screen, so I'll just do my best, right? So 100 UK Graffiti Artists by Steam156, and a bit of a ledge in our world, and let's just get into it, shall we? Let's have a look. Hope you can get all this and see it all. And there we go, that's about it, isn't it? That's about it. Great lineup, really amazing lineup. Probably a bit of Judge Dredd there, a shine. Nice forward by Drax there. Here's the man himself, Steam, with Blade and Henry, Martha. That's Covent Garden in London 1985, which is sort of seminal time for the golden age of London graffiti. Oh wow, Grove Park Yard. Old ghost train. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. Lots to get through, so let's have a look. Alert, what a kick-off. Alert from Nottingham, Heavy Artillery Crew, and In Living Colour, HAILC. This guy's wild stuff. I've been a fan of this guy's work, so I've known about him, and I've met him. He's a good guy, solid bloke. I think he's taking a bit of a break from graph at the moment, but what, I mean, look at that for a beautiful piece. This guy really knows how to sculpt letters. I've been looking at his stuff for 30 odd years, and he just never churns out a bad one. That's a gorgeous thing as well. That's interesting. Done a character. You don't see Alert doing too many characters. He's really a real lettersmith. That is just, I could look at that all day. We need to move on. We ain't got the time. Amok. No, oh, he's from Kent. Yeah. So Kent is sort of southeast of London, known as the Garden of England. Nice and rural down there. This guy's got some beautiful style, hasn't he? Oh, that's a big one. Nice. Lovely. Great. So cool. Andy C's very much a sort of another, I mean, you know, the word legend is bandied around a lot, but you're going to see some legends in here. You know, 100 graffiti artists, you're going to see plenty of UK legends in here. And this guy, yeah, WD World Domination Crew. As you can see, he's a man who's mastered his craft. Anti, The Usual Suspects. Nice. Look at that, all in the monochrome there. Rock and roller style, Guy Ritchie movie style. That's a beautiful piece. Look at that. That's really beautiful. The colourway is used on that. Oh, that's very inspiring. Nice. Single colour, wild styles. Yeah. Great stuff. Nice. Arrow down from Brighton there on the south coast. Another Heavy Artillery Crew guy. Used to be MSK, he's not anymore, I believe. This guy's pretty much done everything. Done a lot. Fabulously invented piece. I mean, look at the colourway on that. Brilliant. He's a superb artist, Arrow. Really, really superb. Often works very big as well. He's not scared of working big. He seems to be a fearless artist. I don't know what he'd say about that, but he always seems to be quite fearless when it comes to this kind of work. Just style forever. Fantastic style. Great stuff. Big old Revoke piece there. Oh, that's Revoked by Arrow. Got ya. Oh, that would be from his MSK days, obviously. I mean, he can do everything, this guy. Characters, letters, effects, you name it. He's moved into sort of what you might call fine art. It's not really fine, maybe pop art recently and stuff like that. Blending graffiti into it. You know, graffiti owes me money. That's what it's called. Oh, that's what it's so good. Really, really good. Aztec, another South London ledge, lives around the corner for me. yeah, KD Kings Destroy, TMB the Nasty Boys. This guy, so he runs two sort of different styles. Oh, I saw him paint this one. This is Meeting the Styles in 2011. Yeah, that is probably one of my favourite pieces of all time. This is Meeting Styles in London in 2009. There's an amazing wall that they painted. Snug and Aztec and a few others. Just Armour was there as well that day. I mean, just you can see how good this 3D is. He is so good, Aztec. Oh, that's when he painted at Meeting the Styles in 2010 with Zadok. That was a really good one as well. He's a great artist. He also does a straight letter style. Does a lot of straight letters. Does a lot of traditional graph. Just, you know, but this stuff is like mind-blowingly good. Really brilliant painter. Blam. Got a couple of Blam's little fanzines that he puts out. He's very kind of like sort of what do you call it? I want to sort of call him a comedic painter. Really gifted guy. You know, he does these characters, and you can paint a beautiful character on the wall as well. And there's always a bit of a sense of humour with it. You know what I mean? Oh, that's interesting. He's not affiliated with the crew. There's so few of us that don't really have that we, you know, because we all knock around with different crews. As you know, I knock around with Izza, who's from Diluted Crew, and Nyack, who's from Aerosol Craft, and different people that I knock around with, and I'm not affiliated with the crew. You know, some of us are just not that way inclined. We don't want to be in a crew. Bonsai, he's in the infamous Last Words crew. They're quite a lineup. That's Cack, Smug, Bonsai. Is there anybody else? Am I missing somebody? Somebody else that I'm missing there. Can't remember. Damn. Anyway, Bonsai. So me and Bonsai did a book, I don't know, 6 years ago, something like that. He's a fantastic artist, Bonsai. Again, he's not scared to do new stuff, try new stuff. His Bode characters, the B-Boy Bode characters are just fantastic. I mean, look at that beautiful bit of glass that he's done there. That is fantastic. So good. His B-Boy characters are amazing. His fills, he's sort of famous for his fills, and his, I mean, look at that. Very influenced by Ghetto Farceur crew, if you know them, from France. Bims, Rems, Neist. Neist is a good pal. Well, they're all good pals. Bonsai's painted with them all. Really, really, really good work. Well, that's one of Vibes. Vibes is the RT crew. He'll probably be in here somewhere. Brave One, he's from Essex, over east, and another very gifted painter. Does these sort of, he does amazing. I haven't got them on here. He does a lot of sort of glitch paintings and stuff like that. Really, really brilliant. Lots of commission work and stuff like that. He's a full-time grapher, and again, you know, if you look at his technique, he's got amazing technique. His work crops up all over the place. I was working at a school down in Bow one time, and they've got a big old mural by Brave there as well. Gorgeous work. Carl. Do I know Carl? I think Carl used to paint with so Hush, my old painting partner. He used to paint with Carl, I believe. I'm trying to think. So Tough Posse, Moments of Madness. I don't really know them crews. See, this is North London, so I know it sounds sort of silly to anybody who doesn't live in London, but North and South may as well be like maybe as well be like 1,000 miles apart sometimes. I love this style. That's really gnarly, isn't it? Really gnarly, sort of monstrous, something a bit Hellraiser about it, and very accomplished production walls. Love a bit of stenciling and stuff there. Very nice. It's very Warhammer in it. Oh yeah, character by Trans. There's Trans as well. Trans are from over east. Yeah, nice. Really cool. Sept. Again, very, very famous London writer. This style, you know, absolutely sort of unmissable style when you see Sep's style on the wall. You can tell straight away. It's got that great old kind of New Yorky vibe to it. Yeah, great. So this guy, Chalky, one of the original UK writers. Yeah, look, painting since 1983, right from the beginning. 83 was when hip hop first arrived in the UK. That's sort of, it's always debated, but 83 is pretty much it, because that's when Rocksteady came, and we all suddenly became aware of it. It was the first. I remember that was the year that I listened to the electros and for the first time, and heard Captain Rock, Cosmic Blast, all that sort of stuff. And look at this. This style is very like first wave UK graph, and it will always be very special to those of us who remember it. Chew, he's from West Midlands, also. Oh, he's in early as well. He's 83 as well. Crew's Iconoclast. So the Iconoclast crew. Oh, I don't want to get this wrong. I'm thinking people like System, Timid, Remy Ruff, Stormy. I might be getting that wrong though. I might be getting that wrong. If anybody knows, do correct me. That's beautiful work, isn't it? This is what I remember Chew for. Really kind of complicated pipe work and lattice work and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic kind of, what's it called when you do that? Not mesomorphic, something like anamorphic. Can't remember. Anyway, really beautiful work on that as well. And look at that. To scale a mural like that, the movement in it, and yeah, just brilliant. Chum 101, another early UK writer. That's a beautiful piece. The colours he's used in that, just about all of them. All the colours. And this black and white work, this is beautiful. This is the sort of stuff whenever I see this work, I always think I should be doing more of this. I should be working harder, you know, doing more line work like this. Come on, get busy. And that, to work in white and black like that, is not easy. That is, that's a great piece. Beautiful. Chum 101. Cause. Very interesting writer, Cause. Again, UK old school. Subway Saints. Wow, yeah. So, Cause does a lot of, he does very traditional graffiti still. Fantastic traditional sort of graph and everything. It's a no outline piece there. It's very nice. 2009. He also does a lot of experimentational work with the letters of his name and put into different shapes and stuff. He does very interesting. Follow him on Instagram, you'll see what I mean. Yep, Cause, fantastic writer. Crane. So this guy's got a great style, really great style. So East London writer, very early in, old schooler. Got this great kind of repetitive style that he uses on the wall. This is Shy 131, who is sometime painting partner, also from East London, from Hackney Way. And love Shy, he's a top man, great artist, but yeah, really interesting style, right? This sort of, what do you call that? Oh, there's a word for it and I can't remember what it is. Basically it's a repetitive pattern kind of, yeah, but your font has got to be really exact to come up with that, you know, to come up with the letters of the alphabet and have it in a repetitive pattern like that. It's really good, really good. Also, you've got to be very, very good technical painter to be able to put that up, because you've got to get your proportions right and everything. Croc, UK old school, and a style that has moved on hugely from the old school as well. Love them characters. So you've got flat fill characters, so you don't have any shading or fading or anything like that. You just got, you know, yeah, they're great, so effective. That's a lovely piece, isn't it? Oh, just love these characters. They're so cool. Really great. So great. Chrome. Love this guy's work. Great artist. Yeah, RT Crew. Really, really good. So you got, oh, this used to be on This was a rooftop in Shoreditch. So you've got a Nichos piece down here as well. This is the Nichos character, and a piece by Chrome. Beautiful fill on that. Really, really cool. I saw this entire wall. They did Meeting the Stars 2011. It was Dazer and Durs and Chrome and Vibes, and it was a fantastic wall, all in that colourway. Just brilliant. Fantastic artist. Damn, guys, we're not even halfway through. Crawl 103. That's interesting. They say he's from Manchester. He's not actually from Manchester. He lives there now, I believe. He was from Nottingham originally. And he was from Amp Crew. Amp Crew, very well known to me. I remember them from the old days. Amp Crew, SA Poet, Marker, Rep 102. Who else? Hooker, Anks. Can't remember anybody else, but yeah, Crawl 103. Very prolific writer, very respected writer. He used to be in KIA Platoon. I don't think they exist anymore. That was Pops 100's crew back in the day. And yeah, prolific writer. Busy man, you know, dedicated a life to graffiti pretty much. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, he's done everything, Crawl. Done everything, been up everywhere. I saw some whole cars that he did years and years and years ago. Top to bottoms, you know, top to bottom whole cars, you know, massive. Cry from Essex. This is some beautiful work, isn't it? Photorealism with some nice letters, and yeah, gorgeous. It's a lovely kind of splashy film there. Really nice work, that. Gorgeous. I mean, really gorgeous portraiture work. Just brilliant. Really good. Dane. Wow. So this guy, Dane, South London. Interesting, I was looking at some of his Black Book work from back in 87 when he started recently, 87, 88, and it was so good. He was literally so good from the beginning, you know. Old schooler. You can see he really knows what he's doing with a tin of paint as well. Really, really good. Excellent work. Look at that gorgeous character with a shadow and everything. That's so great. I feel like you can reach out and touch it. Brilliant work. Oh, the old Duplicolor. I think all writers my age slightly shudder when we see it. You know, happy memories, but Duplicolor, it weren't great, let's say. Dazer. So Dazer was the governor of the Rare Kind. It still is, in fact, runs Rare Kind, which is now, I think what they do nowadays, I think Rare Kind, he was doing a lot of selling prints and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, hardcore traditional grapher. Really knows that, throws letters, very distinctive style. Yeah, gets busy in all aspects of hip hop. Been a great ambassador for the culture. Does. If you ever watch Faking It, I think you can get it on YouTube. The episode where he schools the guy into being a graffiti artist, that is well worth watching. Well worth watching. Really good. Yeah. Nice. Demo. Oh, this is, so Demo is a bit after my time, but yeah, look at this for a nice bit of wild style. Nice bit of spiky wild style. Nice fat Bode character on the end there, all in monochromatics there, in the greys. Beautiful, not afraid to use a different bit of colour. That's what we like to see. Yeah, I love all that. That's a lovely fade, isn't it? Nice, nice work. Depp. Absolutely love this guy's style. Absolutely love it. Reminds me a little bit of Epoch and Pyro. Just sort of, it's sort of super modernist, but at the same time, you know, because the thing is, this would appeal to a very arty community as well. It's the clever stuff about this kind of thing. It appeals to an arty community and the graph community. So you got double bubble appeal, you know what I mean? I love it personally. I know it doesn't float some people's boats, but I love that. I absolutely love that. I think that is just gorgeous. Great colour choices, all that. And this is fantastic. It's like, it reminds me of Toast. If you know Toast, the writer Toast, reminds me a little bit of that. Oh, that's Depp and Tizer. on the wall. He tell Ty's characters a mile away. But these, I mean, you know, how accomplished the technique is. Really, really nice, because if you look at it, it's only semi-outlined. Really brilliant. Beautiful work. Oh, love this guy. So Durs, he's a member of the RT crew from West London. And his letters, man. I've got one of his prints, and I just love the way he puts letters together. Interestingly, he doesn't quite paint like this anymore. He's pared it right back. His letters are a lot simpler now. A lot more sort of straight and flat and everything. He's sort of paring everything back. But his technique is so tight and perfect that it's just, they're always beautiful to look at, his works. Always beautiful. That's from that big wall that I just told you about, with Dazer and Vibes and Chrome. And yeah, that's brilliant. There it is again. Beautiful, from Meeting Styles 2009. Fabulous work. Dilk, a great buddy of mine. He's a cool guy, Dilk. Runs the Montana shop in Nottingham, and which is the UK's only Montana shop. Dilk sort of does this sort of semi-abstract style now. He started out very traditional, drains, walls, all that. And yeah, he does this sort of semi-abstracty stuff. His technique is so good. He can do everything with a can. Dilk, very well practiced. He's painted a lot over the years, as you might imagine. And yeah, he does some beautiful pieces. Really mixes colours up in a way you wouldn't expect. He's a top man. Not seen him for a while actually. Must go for a visit one of these days. That's Dilk. Dime one. Yeah, nice. Beautiful big lion's mouth there. Love it. See, I love this kind of stuff as well. I love that. A spray can bloke reading a book. Excellent. Nice. Oh yeah. See, again, site specific pieces. Alien. All that. And these gorillas. Love that. Hip hop gorillas. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, Don. So Don is a great pal of mine. So again, he's a Subway Saints, and he's also United Artists. Duster bounced him into United Artists UA of New York. A top man, Don. Again, UK old school, been around forever, and very generous individual. He's not afraid to mix it up. You can see all his stuff is very diverse. He's tried new elements. He wasn't afraid to ever go to street art and all that kind of stuff. He moved into concept art, does a lot of this sort of stuff, stencil stuff with concept within it. Does a lot of kind of what you might call sort of populist trope stuff, all that kind of stuff. He's done everything, Don. Done everything, and yeah, still very active now. Much respect, Don. Love Don. Those are very distinctive style. Spot that a mile away. Just love it. That's a lovely wall, isn't it? Really lovely wall. Nice sort of abstracty canvases and everything. Yeah. Interesting how many artists do move into abstract. You know, you do get that quite a lot. Eventually, you know, I don't know, form becomes limiting eventually, I guess. Drax, big legend Drax. WD crew of domination. Here he is on the wall. Looks somewhere exotic. Manila, Philippines, yeah. Yeah, massive bomber back in the day, Drax. One of the big ones, one of the biggest ones, one of the biggest London names, Drax. Very, very well respected man. More, I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous. It so reminds me of like 1990s London graph, that. Just great. Absolutely love it. EB. Now, I don't know anything about EB, interestingly. And we're talking super old school, 85 for a kickoff. But interesting, you know, again, the evolution of style is always interesting to me. Look how dark these are as well. The values, the colour values on it, really dark, and lots and lots of colour, and at the same time, really dark. It's got a really dark, shadowy feel to it. Reminds me a bit of Hush, actually. It's not the same, but sort of similar feel, but really dark feel. Yeah, very impressed with that. Love that. That's amazing. Ecto, another top man. So out in Essex way. Another Essex. So much. I was talking about this recently. Loads of wild style artists come out of Essex for some reason. Great wild style artists. So Brave One, Nyack, Izza, Ecto, Stir. You know, really. Although maybe Stir would say he's not a wild style artist, but he does great wild style. So anyway, that is beautiful, isn't it? That is so beautiful. I've stood and watched Steve paint, and he just makes it look like it's nothing. You know, it looks so easy when he does it. I'm just thinking, wow, you're keeping all that in your head somewhere. I'm not a wild style painter, so, you know, I know people sometimes think that about characters as well, whereas I find characters quite easy in that sense. Oh, look, we've got a Scottish writer, Eston. Wow, this is all neat stuff, isn't it? Really interesting style. I've not seen anything like this before. I've looked through this book. I promise you, I've looked through it before. Didn't spot this guy. Wow, that's wild. Are these letters or what? I bet they are, you know. That's some mad stuff. Really good. Really good. That is, I wouldn't know where to start with something like that. Very impressive. Frame. Yeah. Love this. Frame did a lot of collabs, as I recall. A lot of collabs. There's one with Blam. Are there any more? Are these more? Crack 15, yeah. I mean, that's half the fun of graph, right? Isn't it? Getting on the wall with a bunch of people who you like. God, I didn't realise Frame went back to 85. That's amazing, isn't it? I'm always surprised by that as well, because, you know, that is 85 is old school. 83 is ridiculously old school. That's like first wave. 85, that's really old school as well. I didn't start until 87. So 87 is essentially like second wave, really, if you think about it. It's 4 years after 83. This guy's one of my favourite writers of all time. Representing Heavy Artillery Crew and My Society Kings, two of the best crews in the world. Gary. They call him the human printer. He's so good. Now, he doesn't really do this graphic style anymore, which is slightly heartbreaking because he was so good at it. He did do a style which was really kind of like computerized as well, and there's no example of that here, sadly. But his graphic style with the little characters that are just beautifully painted, so good. I mean, you can see this work he does here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that there, just that bit is like, oh yes, please. There's such an old school feel to the way he's done his flares and everything in there, but bang up to date, you know. So good. Nashar, top man. Here he is. This is Dave in action here. Photorealism. Full-time graffiti artist. He's done everything really, as you might imagine. He's done a lot. Yeah, sort of variety of his stuff there. I don't know what to say about Dave really. I mean, he's you know, one of the UK's top sort of photorealistic artists. You know, works for Murals, I think it is. Works with Mr. Mina quite a lot. Him and Mr. Mina are the guys, they're sort of go-to guys for your photorealism. And yeah, great artist. I did paint a wall with him actually. We painted the Hush Memorial wall, which I've got on a video somewhere else. In here, me, Nasha and Blavo, we painted the memorial wall for Hush. And I painted letters. I think it's the last time I painted letters, in fact. After Hush died. Goldie. So this guy needs no introduction if you're a drum and bass head. So he's a member of Tat's crew. He used to be a member of TWC, which was the Wild Criminals, coming out of oh god, Wolverhampton, was it? I think it was Wolverhampton. Don't shoot me down in flames, I got that wrong. It's West Mids, anyway, West Midlands, UK. And Goldie again has done pretty much everything. He was one of the pioneers of UK graph. It's interesting, painting since birth. He's probably been at it since what, 84, something like that, 83, 84. Self-portrait there. This is sort of most reminiscent of his style, the way we used to remember Gold. But he did fabulous pieces. His old school pieces are just to die for. If you've got the book Spray Can Art, he's in Spray Can Art. Future World Machines is probably one of the most seminal graffiti pieces ever painted in this country. So that's Goldie. Hemper. That's a production wall, right? That's one hell of a production wall. Again, mad style. I'm always slightly envious of people who can hold this sort of style in their head, you know. Crazy bits flying off everywhere and whips and God knows what. Again, quite diverse as well. If you look at it, quite diverse work. Doesn't all look the same. Some artists, what they do, they sort of clone their pieces again and again and again. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's in fact, I quite like it sometimes when people do that. Oh, that's Sockham as well. Yeah. But some artists hate that. They don't do it. They don't want to do it. They want to replicate. And they don't want to replicate the piece. They want to do lots and lots of different ones. And this guy is clearly one of them. So this is our dear departed. This is Hush. Me and Hush used to paint together, as you'll be aware if you watch this channel quite a lot. It says he's from Cambridge there. He's sort of from Cambridge, Hertfordshire, up that way. Painting from 84, old school. So Cruz, Fed the Nonsense, Red Iron Mob. So we were both members of Red Iron Mob. So having said that I never had a crew, I was a member of Red Iron Mob. Simon was also a member of Fruits of Doom, the European crew, German crew I think. Really amazing crew. Epic's crew. And he was a 3D artist, and you can see, I just love his pieces. Love his 3D. So good. There's the man himself in action. Yeah, we still miss him. We celebrate him every September. He died September 2016, and every September we remember him. Good lad. Ink Fetish. I stood with him when he was painting this piece.